Okay, you remember we took that trip to Harbor Freight earlier and I was like, sometimes you get what you pay for. Sometimes you really get what you pay for. And this Harbor Freight stuff sucks. Don't waste your money. Well, actually, these Bauer ones aren't bad. These are 20 bucks. This is like doing toilet paper math. I don't understand. I just need tape. $5, $3, $2, $3, $25, $10. It's pretty confusing, right? Sharp lines, original. How about like strong? Don't be scared to get regular tea. Well, you can get the balls too if you want. Patching some holes, and I bet I had one because I'm gonna try and use this. You guys remember this bed? I've been hacking at it for about 3 blades now. This is about 10 or 15 minutes. And I really don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze. It smells awful. It's costing me money on blades. So I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but yeah, a couple of things that I figured was easier to patch now than once it's on my truck. If we end up using this on my truck. And right now, I think we're gonna use this on my truck, so we're kind of going for it. I was practicing my patching a little bit. It's okay. I mean, again, it's a Minitruck, right? So it'll work. Sheet metal's not my thing. Body drops aren't my thing. Minitrucks aren't my thing. Brakes, I'm okay with brakes. My truck stops amazing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna end up doing this or not, but we're gonna try it. Are you gonna record or what? Man, I gotta make some real YouTube money so I can buy a new camera. That's what I gotta do. It took out my water. Hydration is life. I'm gonna die out here before I finish the job. This is where it gets real interesting. Again, I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze. If I'm just polishing a turd here, I don't know what's happening. But I got nothing to do today. Pop a fresh blade in this bad boy and just keep chopping. Don't buy that. Stevie, don't buy that. It's junk. It's junk. It's like throwing your money in the trash. The cutoff wheels, the Warrior cutoff wheels, pretty good. Not bad. Not bad at all. The Bauers, man, they're like in a pinch. In a pinch, those Bauers are okay. These though, these Warrior, man. I will tell you this about the Bauers. These are the kind that as soon as you fire them up and hit something, all the abrasive just flies off and pelts your friend. So don't buy those. Don't buy those. These, find my link in Amazon for these guys. These are some good cutoff wheels. Totally worth the money. So flap discs, again, go in my description and buy the stuff that's in my description. It's totally worth it. These aren't bad. These are the Harbor Freight Bauer blades. Pretty good, but I'm gonna tell you what. Nothing beats a Lennox. Spend the money. 5 minutes, you can strip your whole bed. It used to look like that. See all that bracing? Yeah. Gone. Lennox, 1 blade. I just switched to that blade. You wanna do some good work? Lennox. Spend the money. Get Lennox. Lennox, Blue Bull. Diablo, meh. Home Depot stuff, meh. Right? What's the low stuff? Spider, meh. It's basically Harbor Freight crap. Lennox. Man, I am sweating like a horse in church. Or whatever those people say. Typical Arizona storm, just pushed right through. Sprinkled a little. Okay, it's all cleaned up. It's pretty ugly. You can see how patched together that all is now, right? However, keep in mind, there's a lot of prom girls, right? A lot of prom queens with some dresses. That's another saying, like a horse in church. You get the idea. Let me turn this shit down. Dude, this is something totally out of the norm for me. I did yard work. Just try to kick my ass all day. I'm thinking slushy from Sonic. Yeah, slushy. Trust me, we're at Sonic. I'm about to get one of them slushies. I think I got a limeade slush. I remember those being pretty good. Okay, so it's the next morning. I'm back on it. Now the problem that we have to deal with. We're gonna trim it up, clean it up, and make it fit in here. We got like, I don't know, 60-inch opening, 62-inch thing. So we gotta kind of like trim it, slip it in. That bar's gotta get out the way. That's not gonna work. But basically, if we're gonna try and make this work, we're gonna have to trim this up and slip it in there carefully. It turns out when you decide to cut up maybe 2.5 Toyota beds over a weekend, you may need more cutting wheels than you first anticipated. So off to the store we go. Oh, this time we're off to another one of America's favorite tool spots. Okay, maybe it's not a tool spot. Homeowners seem to like it. Lowe's! Lowe's. One of these side-by-side things. All right, first things up, we're gonna need some tape. Oh, let's go look at spooky stuff. Good morning. Ah, yes. One of my favorite places to complain. Tape. They're like, here, buy our trash. Just buy it. You're gonna use it, we're gonna charge you a lot, we're gonna throw it away. I wanna protect my bedsides a little bit. 20 bucks, 20 bucks. This is like doing toilet paper math. I don't understand. I just need tape. $5, $3, $2, $3, $25, $10. It's pretty confusing, right? Sharp lines, original. How about like strong? Plus I hate it when you get tape that's too sticky and then it leaves like, which is a big problem here in Arizona. One of my favorite aisles. You guys recognize this color? Everybody thinks when I tell that story about my daughter and I coming here and picking out cans that it's just kind of like a made-up story or something, but who cares? Grab your kid, go to Lowe's, pick a color, paint your truck in your driveway. Blades, blades, blades. I like to buy packs, but they don't want to sell you packs. Like look, each wheel is like $5. I need a pack. 17? I think those are worth 17? I don't know. What are these, $4? $4 a piece. This is why you guys should be using my codes in Amazon. Save money. Good stuff. Yeah, I left it there. I'm not walking that tape all the way back to the aisle. I'm employing Americans. Somebody's gonna have to put that away now. Therefore, I'm doing my part. Vote for me, 2024. Jobs. I'm probably gonna go and spend my money at Harbor Freight because I cannot bring myself to spend $20 for 4 blades and $10 for a flap disc. That is just insanity. I can't do it. I can't do it. So, sorry if you don't have a job tomorrow at Lowe's, but people will be working at Harbor Freight. Is it just me, or do these new Toyota trucks remind you of like those heavy-duty mining dump trucks? So I walked into that Harbor Freight and I forgot my GoPro. But in conclusion, how'd we do? Let me show you how we did. Look at this. Okay, look at this right here. All right, Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight, if you want to sponsor the channel, like I'm always saying, look, I'm your guy. Harbor Freight, right here. These were like 12 bucks. Hercules, we're gonna try those. This stuff, this was $6. They got me on the tape. They got me on the tape. Full price on the tape. But this was all on clearance. These were like a buck something, like a buck 37 or a buck 97 or that was $2. You know, and that might come in handy for stripping rubbers off or cleaning up rust. So I ended up getting all these guys, right? Basically like $2, $2. That's 4, 6, 8, 10. That's the price of one blade, folks. One blade at that low as we were at, or one flap disc. So even if these suck, which they're not great. Sorry, Harbor Freight, but you want an honest review, right? Send some stuff to me. They're okay for $2. Let's see how these guys work. 2 times longer life. Let's put those to the test. It's very hot. We spent a whole day working on this thing. My bench is a mess. My shop is a mess, but it's always a mess. But my bench is a mess. Floor is a mess. We've got stuff everywhere. I've ruined a good pair of Goodwill pants. Before I go any further, I'm gonna try and shove this thing in here and see if the juice is worth the squeeze. Like, this is crazy. I put a lot of effort into this thing, a lot of energy out in the heat, and a lot of time. I've spent a lot of money on some flap discs and some blades, and I'm not even sure if it was worth it. So before we go any further, let's try and do a little test fit, and maybe, just maybe, I could be like, ah, it's gonna work, and it'll all be worth it. In case you haven't realized it by now, I set 2 cameras up. All weekend I've been working with 2 cameras, one on a tripod, one in my hand. I know, I did this for you folks. I did this for you. And if you want to know where you can get this tripod, yeah, that's right, Amazon Basics. Doing that influencer thing. You want me to put the link to description info stuff in the, see, I can't even say it right. Good for the shop. You're just gonna get sparks on it anyways. I care so much about my new bed. Spent $6 on tape to keep it from getting scratched up before I scratch it up. Because I mean, I'm gonna have to sand it all down anyways. All right, so I bragged about recording, and I think this camera may have died. And it's dark. But this was my fear. It's like, okay, man, you can see like that tape didn't even do a good job. 2 layers, still scratched my shit up. Yeah, I just don't know that this is gonna work. Okay, I used 2.5 wheels just to take a 1/2 inch off of the sides. So kind of not that impressed. That's kind of, I don't know, it seemed like it'd eat them up pretty quick in my opinion. I just took a 1/2 inch off of each side to try and keep it centered. And we cut this bash bar off the back because I already got one. So we don't need 2. So again, we're wasting blades, wasting stuff. I don't know if we're making progress. Shit did a number on our tape, I'll tell you that. Did a number on the tape. So be meaningful of your airlines and stuff, because the bottom of this thing is gnarly. Well, that's it. Which means I can go forward with my plan. Which is good. Which is good. However, gotta celebrate your small victories in life. Don't stop, you know? Don't stop and celebrate every one of them, right? Don't celebrate for 3 days and go on crazy benders. You wanna get your mini truck built. Small victory, celebrate with an ice cold green tea and cucumber from Arizona Tea. That's right, Arizona Tea, the refreshing drink that keeps you hydrated. And look at how I'm just hunting for sponsors these days. Frosty icicles inside because I put it in the back of the fridge. Celebrate your small wins, man. This means I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work. Now clearly, we've got some work to do. I've got to pop it back out. We'll trim it and we'll put some more frame in. I didn't want to continue with framing until I knew this was gonna work. Looks like the fender height is right. All this will come down nice. Once we get some support underneath there, we'll add some more bracing in. I think it's gonna work. Can square it up, obviously. And there's some places underneath where we're gonna have to trim some of the existing structures kind of in the way. So I'll go around with some tape. You can see we got plenty of clearance there. Mark the trouble areas, which I don't think there really are any. This side might need trimmed a little bit more, just to make sure we don't have any issues. And add some more structure. You can see the bar, it's hitting right there. So it's just structure that it needs. That's gonna work out okay. Okay, so it can't be all me time. Went and spent some time with the fam, which was awesome. I'm glad I did. Got some time in the pool, cooled off a little bit, ate too much food, watched a little dumb TV, and then I sat there and twiddled my thumbs and twiddled my thumbs and twiddled my thumbs because I'm just thinking about finishing this project. So back outside we go. Starting to get some pieces cut and laid in. And yeah, these will be crossbars. I can kind of work you through my process here if you guys want. I want to make sure that I leave enough easy access for batteries, whether you're coming out this way or this becomes a hatch and you're coming out this way, or same thing here. I don't want to put a bar anywhere. This is all going to get rerouted now that we're getting towards the end. Zip ties are not a permanent solution, so that'll be getting straightened up. But yeah, we want to get a bar to where it's not going to impede with those shocks. Same thing back here. I want a bar, but not where it's going to impede with getting access to this. We may have a hatch this way, or one big door, or I'm not sure. So I want to make sure it's easy to get to brakes, 4 links, shock replacement bags. So trying to keep that in mind. That being said, even for this, my old setup, I used to stick my gear in here, right? This is all going to be closed off eventually. I want to stick my gear down in there. So I wanted to put this bar right in the center. That floor jack sits right here. The handle sits here. Bag of tools on this side, airbags, spare parts, all that on that side. Backpacks go behind the seat, but now that I have this, maybe that becomes a trunk up there. So, you know, looks like that's got to get cut and moved. That's simple. That's all the stuff we get to do now, is level everything out and fix things, right? Not a problem. You know me, tripod and all, still buzzing right along, not recording nothing. All right, so as you can see, it's getting pretty dark out and we're not at the shop and we don't have a ton of light. So we'll see if that's where we call it or if we take this show inside, but good progress, good progress. Didn't get as far as I would have liked to this weekend, but in all honesty, I'm still not sure if that was the right call or if I lost the day trying to salvage this thing. In the end, it's a lot of work, you know, for something that may or may not look great. And I'm kind of going for great at this point. Not perfect, not show quality, but I would definitely like to go from driver, guy who builds in his garage, up to like great, up to like, damn. I mean, now there's a lot of people that think what I did is pretty cool. A lot of you guys think what I did is pretty cool, and that's awesome. But just once, I'd like to say, man, that kick-ass truck, that guy built that in his garage. Right now, it's kind of like, it's the inflection, it's the tone, right? That guy built his truck in the garage, which is kind of like, yeah, it's cool. Damn, you know that dude built that truck in the garage? That's what I'm trying to get to that level. I'm trying to get to that guy. I don't know if this is at that level. I don't know if we're still gonna go this direction or not, so we'll see. I'm also not sure how square or how level some of that stuff is, so I think we might wait till daytime, get some good light on it. I have a concern about that corner up there. All right, I'd like to keep working, but this is what a weekend of thrashing on your truck looks like in reality. And I'm not super organized in OCD, but this is like too much, man. You need to take 5 minutes. 5 minutes. It's just sitting in there. It does look better though, doesn't it? There it is. 5-inch bed. Yeah, it'll work. Dude, weather's getting good, so you gotta get out, right? That's what I did. Big or small, I'll go to them all. Don't be scared to get regular tea. Well, you can get the balls too if you want.
Do you like large one?
I did, but I knew I was gonna be here for a while.
Yeah, okay.
You